Forget everything you think you know about luxury trucks, because the Toyota Roughback 10x10 does not enter the road, it invades it. This is the kind of machine that makes ordinary SUVs look like airport shuttles. And by the end of this video, the biggest surprise will leave you speechless. At first glance, it feels less like a vehicle and more like a moving fortress built for a world where roads simply stop existing. The body sits high, wide, and brutally confident, with 10 driven wheels planted like heavy boots ready to crush mud, rock, sand, snow, and every excuse in between. From the front, the Roughback looks angry. The grille is massive, the stance is square, and the lighting slices through the dark with a cold, tactical stare that feels almost military. You do not park this thing, you deploy it. Every corner looks armored. Every surface looks engineered to take punishment. And those extra axles are not for show. They stretch the silhouette into something absurd, unforgettable, and gloriously excessive. It is part expedition rig, part armored convoy, part palace on tires. But the wildest twist is not the massive footprint or the monster presence. It is what happens when you open the door. Because inside this rolling fortress, the entire mood changes. The outside says battlefield. The cabin says private lounge at 30,000 feet. Soft leather wraps the seats, the dash, the doors, and the places your hands naturally rest, while rich wood and satin metal turn the cabin into something closer to a boutique hotel than an off-road brute. The contrast is the entire magic. Outside, it threatens the horizon. Inside, it calms the soul. The seats are not just large. They are throne-like, deeply cushioned, heated, ventilated, and shaped for long-distance domination. The rear space feels ready for executives, explorers, or heads of state who want mountain access without giving up first-class comfort. Then you slide into the driver's seat and the Roughback changes character again. This is no simple dashboard. It is a command center. Digital displays spread across the cockpit with sharp graphics, live vehicle data, navigation mapping, terrain views, camera feeds, and the kind of tactical control layout that makes you feel less like a commuter and more like the captain of a Land Cruiser from the future. Every switch feels deliberate. Every input suggests authority. You sit high above the world, looking over the hood like a pilot lining up for takeoff. And yet the technology never feels cold. It feels expensive. It feels intentional. It feels like power that has learned good manners. But the biggest surprise is not the leather, the screens, or the theater of those 10 wheels. It is the force hiding underneath. The Toyota Roughback 10x10 needs an engine worthy of its attitude. So imagine a heavy-duty twin-turbo powertrain tuned to deliver crushing torque, instant response, and the kind of deep mechanical confidence that makes steep climbs feel disrespectfully easy. Picture around 700 horsepower and more than 1,000 pound-feet of torque pushing this giant machine forward with the kind of authority usually reserved for locomotives. That is not power for marketing. That is power for hauling, climbing, waiting, towing, and refusing to stop when the ground gets ugly. With a multi-axle drivetrain, intelligent traction management, locking differentials, and low-range muscle, the Roughback does not just find grip, it creates momentum where other trucks create excuses. Sand, broken rock, deep mud, frozen trails, washed-out roads, this machine treats them like suggestions. And because that power is matched with luxury, every impossible route feels strangely civilized. That is the Roughback philosophy. No compromise, no apology, no limits. This is not built for someone who wants to blend in outside a restaurant. It is built for the person who sees a mountain pass, a frozen shoreline, or a desert horizon and thinks, go farther. It is for the adventurer who wants protection, presence, and pure theater. For the owner who likes the idea of arriving at a remote camp with the confidence of a convoy and the comfort of a penthouse. For the driver who refuses to choose between brute strength and handcrafted calm. That is why the Roughback 10x10 feels so fascinating. It is outrageous, but not childish. It is luxurious, but not soft. It is rugged, but never crude. It carries two personalities at once, and somehow both feel completely honest. From a distance, it looks like a warning. Up close, it feels like an invitation to stay longer. And that is why people will stare. Not because it is loud, but because it is rare. Not because it begs for attention, but because it commands respect. The Toyota Roughback 10x10 is what happens when extreme capability meets first-class ambition and neither side agrees to shrink. It is the answer for people who think ordinary luxury is too polite and ordinary toughness is too primitive. They want a machine that can cross a river in the morning, host a private meeting at noon, and dominate the skyline by sunset. And that is exactly the spell this truck casts. The deeper you look, the more the Roughback reveals itself as something beyond transportation. It is image, engineering, comfort, intimidation, and freedom fused into one outrageous statement. Even the name fits. Roughback. It sounds like something carved out of rock and trained to obey only the bold. Yet with Toyota discipline behind the idea, you can imagine the details being finished with ruthless precision, from tight panel fit to silent cabin insulation to durability that feels ready for years of punishment. Nothing here feels accidental. Everything feels intentional. That is what separates a monster from a masterpiece. So if you were expecting just another lifted truck with a wild body kit, this is your wake-up call. The Roughback 10x10 is a vision of excess done properly, where scale has purpose, luxury has substance, and power has the last word. It does not ask permission to be seen. It does not apologize for taking space, and it definitely does not pretend to be ordinary. This is the truck for the few people who want every journey to feel like an event, and every arrival to feel like a statement. If that sounds like your kind of machine, then you already understand the Roughback. Drop your verdict in the comments, because I want to know if this 10-wheel Titan is your dream build or your favorite kind of madness. And if you want more machines that break the rules, redefine luxury, and make the impossible look effortless, stay locked in. Subscribe to Jack Motorlux and tell me the one place on earth you would drive the Toyota Roughback 10x10 first. Because when a truck looks ready for war and feels ready for royalty, ignoring it is not an option.